Great job downloading my new Velocity Banking Cash Flow cheat sheet. Please check your inbox in the next 5 to 10 minutes for your copy. But be sure to watch this video right now so I can help you use this strategy to quickly increase your cash flow by $2,000 in just 60 days without a reduction in your current lifestyle. And just so you know you're in the right place, I want to underscore that this is the exact strategy our more than 18,000 members use, as well as some of the richest 1% of the people in this country. They use this to their advantage to build massive amounts of wealth every day. In short, this is the stuff they don't teach you in school and is the secret to getting ahead of the masses. As you are aware, living the American dream has become exactly that, a dream for so many people today. It's virtually impossible to live the life we want if we play by the rules we were taught growing up. In fact, according to the Department of Health and Human Services, by age 65, only 1 in 20 are considered to be financially independent, with more than 33% of people unable to leave their jobs. What is even more scary is that many people have no idea how much money they will need in order to retire. When I meet with potential clients, I always ask these 3 questions. First, in order to retire, how much money would you need per month to live comfortably? Second, how long do you plan to live after retirement? And third, how much do you think you need to make that happen? The answers I get are all over the map, but almost always fall well short of what will be necessary. Now, the average American family brings home just $60,000 per year. For them to maintain the same standard of living for 20 years after retirement, they need to save approximately $1.7 million. If they're 30 years from retirement with no current savings, as many are today, they'll need to save 25% of their income to meet this goal. Forget those living paycheck to paycheck. Saving at this rate is all but impossible for virtually all Americans. In short, today's savings model simply doesn't work for living the life we want. There are 3 main reasons that folks struggle. First, we have too much debt, and it simply takes too much money to pay off debt such as credit cards and mortgages quickly. The average American family has more than $16,000 in high-interest credit card debt, which is sometimes as high as 25% interest. We've also been tricked into utilizing 30-year mortgages that force us to ultimately pay more than twice what we owe on our homes. What's worse is that the banks will come along with a refinancing offer. Now, what they don't tell you is that when they do this, approximately 80% of your mortgage payment will go to interest in the first 5 years of the loan. And that the minute you start to make some progress, they'll come along again with another refinancing offer. Ultimately, each time you refinance, it'll actually cost you more money in the long run. The second problem is that Uncle Sam always gets paid before we do as W-2 employees. And unfortunately, he gets paid a lot. That is to say, if we make $3,000 in wages, by the time our paycheck arrives, we can expect to only see about $2,000 in take-home pay left to pay the bills and live. That means for every dollar we take home, Uncle Sam makes 50 cents. In fact, taxes are our single largest expenditure in our life, with more than 1/3 of our money going to things like Social Security, which for many of us, we may never get to see the benefit of. The third problem is that money we do save doesn't grow at the rate necessary to meet our retirement needs because most Americans simply don't understand how to properly invest. Even if we do everything we can to live within our means and manage to maximize our savings, we still aren't likely to end up with enough money at the end of the day. Pensions, which had guaranteed returns and were overseen by trained professionals, have gone the way of the dinosaur and have been replaced by the 401k. At the onset of the 401k in the 1980s, the thought was that it would give the individual more control over their own investments. However, the average American has no idea how to invest, and after more than 30 years, even the creator of the 401k has called it a massive failure. The good news is that if you're struggling with these issues, I'm going to show you a way that you can get very clear, proven, and easy to implement steps that you can use right away to overcome these issues and increase your monthly cash flow almost immediately without a reduction in your current lifestyle. That means no additional jobs, skipping meals, or tracking purchases. Sound good? Okay, great. Let's dive right into the Millionaire Mindset method. In our foundation phase, we take the necessary steps to achieve clarity on your deepest dreams and desires so we can determine concrete objectives to act upon. This is essential to making your dreams more tangible and is the first step in making your dreams a reality. In our first step, We take the time to really focus on what will make you happy and we write it down. What's strange is that we often don't know what it is that we want or need, we just know how we want to feel. In this step, we ask some very specific questions which are necessary to determine what it is we really want out of life. With our dreams known, we next focus on what is important to us. What is it that drives us? In short, we find our why. Our why is our reason for getting up in the morning. So often we give up on our dreams, but we never give up on our why, so it's important that we connect our two. Our clients come to us many times because they want to learn about real estate or how to make money, but in reality, if I told them they could make twice as much money playing air guitar, they'd start jamming away right then and there. It isn't the real estate that they want, or if we're being honest, even the money. It's what the money will bring them that is important. It gives them freedom, a better relationship with their wife or kids, and provides security. But what it ultimately provides is the validation we seek to know we're a good husband, dad, or businessman. With our dreams and drivers known, we utilize our process to develop goals that are both specific and achievable. Many people set goals, but most fail because they lack the ability to set proper and realistic goals. No one is going to go from welfare checks to owning a private yacht in a year. But if we decide we must do something like work 4 hours overtime per month to make an additional $100 to be set aside for a yearly cruise to the Bahamas, we're setting ourselves up for success with an attainable goal. In our next phase, our process will help you to achieve focus by developing the task-specific plan to achieve your goals. At this point, you know what you want to do, and now you will know how to do it. With achievable goals established, we next reverse engineer those goals to determine what needs to be done. Specifically, as Stephen Covey would say, we begin with the end in mind, and are going to work backwards to determine what it is that we need to do. So if we're creating cash flow, how is it we'll get the most cash flow the quickest? Each person's situation is unique based on his or her goals and their current financial situation. So we do an assessment to determine the best path forward. With a high-level plan known, you will be able to drill down a bit further to determine how to carry out the attack. This is where you will be able to determine which loans to attack first and what tool will be most effective in the attack. With the details of the plan coming into focus, this step of our process provides validation and finalizes your detailed plan, establishing your clear path forward. Now in our final phase, this is where the rubber meets the road. In this part of the process, you will utilize your established plan to generate massive cash flow and start your income accelerator. Whether you are someone simply looking to pay off high-interest credit card debt or are debt-free looking to generate additional cash flow through passive income real estate investments, our process provides the education necessary to carry out your plan. For people who try to do this on their own, this is often where they fail because they often utilize the wrong banking products or get into bad investments because they lack the appropriate knowledge to make informed decisions. Our process takes the guesswork out of the equation and sets you up for the fastest path to success. With a plan in place and the education to give you the confidence to make the right decisions, this is where the fun begins. This is the point in the process where you get to carry out your customized plan and start instantly creating additional cash flow. The final step in our process is to fully monetize your efforts. With cash flow increasing daily and the debt disappearing at an unbelievable pace, our process is used to reassess your situation to determine how to increase your income exponentially through the right investment. As simple and as powerful as this strategy may be, the most important thing that you need to understand is that saving money is only a small part of an effective wealth building strategy. What we are offering is a proven framework that we have used for those who are financially stressed in their current jobs and are seeking a better life so that they can free up $2,000 cash flow in less than 60 days without a negative change in lifestyle. What's even better is that within 5 to 7 years, they are completely debt-free, have doubled their initial cash flow, and are now able to invest in passive assets, meaning they no longer have to work for their money, but instead, their money is working for them. If you are tired of continuing to scrape by while knowing you deserve so much more, then you should be doing one thing right now to free up $2,000 of cash flow in the next 60 days. Click on the link below to schedule a free 30-minute strategy call with me today.